Hey guys, it's Joe.
Hi, it's Jamie.
And we're here to talk about the Super Bowl. I am so sorry. So we were gonna do it last night, but some stuff came up, right? My daughter ended up getting a bid for a huge cheerleading summit down in Orlando. So we had a little bit of a celebration last night. Jamie had a couple things to do. So here we are tonight.
That's pretty important.
Yes. It was pretty important. If I would have missed that, as well as I missed actually Super Bowl like Sunday. I watched her perform, and then I left as soon as she left the mat. So I was already like a little bit fired.
So it was important that you celebrated last night.
It was. So it was fantastic news. So, okay, so Super Bowl Sunday didn't go how I wanted. What do you think?
I needed to lick my wounds for a day anyway.
Right?
So sad.
It was not the outcome we were hoping for. But congratulations to KC. KC did a really good job. In the fourth quarter, with 7 minutes left, they did the unthinkable. And I'm so sorry. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Mahomes got the ball, and it was
incredible.
He didn't look like himself for the first half.
Well, they didn't score any points in the third.
No,
none. In the fourth, we made mistakes. They got a couple lucky breaks and turned it on.
Yeah, and your defense, they looked gassed. I think that was half the problem. They couldn't keep up with Mahomes' fast-paced tempo style of play.
Well, and I think we knew that it was going to be touch and go because he's young and athletic, and it was going to be a feat to keep up with him. My opinions are not that it was all of his shining.
Let's hear your opinions, because I've told Jamie, I said, please don't tell me anything you were thinking. We haven't talked about this because I was worried if we talked about it, then it would seem kind of like I'd set you up for questions or that kind of thing. I want it to be completely her reaction, exactly what she thought of the game.
Well, I was super pumped up until the half. We came out strong. We won the coin toss. It went the way I wanted. And then things kind of got deflated right at the end of the half with Kittle getting pass interference.
That was a BS call.
Am I right?
Yes, completely BS call.
So right there, we could have been up 3, maybe 7 because there was enough time. They could have gone for another touchdown.
You guys would have been up by 7 for sure.
So right there was kind of a game changer where you kind of seen how the refs kind of played to KC a bit. I might be a little biased, but
there's a couple calls that I questioned. What about the touchdown where his foot was out of bounds?
That right there too, right? There was a few things that could have really changed the game. And then Moore got pass interference on KC right in at the last, fourth quarter minutes.
I know.
And they scored the touchdown because then they were on the goal line. So, Mahomes did throw that 40-plus yard pass, which good on him. But then we kind of got shafted a bit.
I know, and you know what? I look at a couple of things. I was really disappointed in Jimmy G in the one throw to Sanders. He had 1 more second in that pocket.
Yeah.
He had the time. Yes, the pocket was completely collapsing, but he had another second. If he would not have scrambled and taken that extra second, Sanders would have got that ball and the game would have been different. Yeah. The shift in momentum for him getting that touchdown, I think the 49ers, if that play would have went well, I think that was a huge pivotal end to the 49ers.
Yeah, I agree. And it was hard because when we have such a strong running game and then Jimmy's throwing pass after pass and I'm like, oh my God, what are you doing? So it could have gone a different way that way too.
I just don't understand why Shanahan didn't keep up what was working.
I don't know.
Because you guys you were running the ball.
We were playing great.
And you were ahead.
Yeah. So I questioned those calls. And it's, it's nobody one person's fault, but it was a lot of combined factors. There was also where the play clock, as far as I'm concerned, was done. They would have got another down.
Yes.
But it didn't get called. Why didn't that get called?
Again, you guys, I sometimes think it is part of the story, part of who the NFL wants to win. And I hate to say it, but...
And I haven't really got to be voiced in that before. And now, like, with my team being in there and it being so prevalently thrown at me, I was like, ooh, maybe there is some truth to the Cinderella stories.
But then I look at it and I go, Andy Reid really deserved this win.
Oh, and
he deserves a Super Bowl.
Some of those plays that he pulled off they were incredible. Like, hands down, it was a tight game regardless. But
completely agree.
I feel like the 49ers might have got a little bit shafted on.
And I do feel I feel exactly the same way, but I think Shanahan should have ran that game better. And I think if Shanahan would have ran that way better, there is no way we'd be sitting here today saying, if only Jimmy G did this, if only if the defense kept up the tempo. I think if Shanahan would have played the run game, it eats up more time on the clock.
Well, when
it does
we're
everything.
Up, like, they were up with 7 minutes, and it was 49ers possession.
Yeah.
And the possession lasted, 2 minutes?
I know.
I was like, what the hell? Like, why weren't you playing the clock smarter?
Yes, exactly. And hats off to Mahomes. So, in 7 minutes, 21 points.
That was incredible.
Absolutely unbelievable that kid is.
He is fantastic.
So, he's only 24.
Wow.
3 seasons, only 2 as a full-time starter.
Yeah.
Like, he is going to be bigger than Brady. And thank you. I am so glad there's going to be someone bigger than Brady.
Right? And Jimmy is no slouch.
No, he's not.
He beat Aaron Rodgers twice.
I know, which is huge.
That's amazing.
Did you see the memes going around though about him?
Yes, of course.
The Brady ones. I had to laugh at those. Did you guys see them? It was, how do you win a Super Bowl? Jimmy G asking Brady, and he said, just sit on the bench.
Yeah, I'll show you how.
Yeah,
I know.
Those ones were quite funny.
That probably stings a little bit for him.
I'm sure it does.
And because the people are playing the blame game.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's one thing. It was a culmination of a bunch of things, which is so sad.
I know, it is. And you know what? At the end, KC's defense really stepped up.
Holy man.
Right? I was worried about their left tackle. I had got some messages from a couple ex-players, and they're like, really watch this guy. So I was watching him, and he held his own. He really did. He was their weak link on their offensive line. He did absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, the 49ers were the more complete team coming in. At this game, the Chiefs were, and so they won it. So
it really was anybody's game.
It was.
It really, unfortunately went the way it did. Mm-hmm. I feel like the 49ers got the short end of the stick, but that's just me because they're
and that's what I mean, because we watch our teams and I bet on the 49ers, right? So then that's who I want to win. And so as you're watching as a fan, as a bettor, right? Your heart, you'll tell the refs any day they're wrong. Right?
Of course. But really, there wasn't very many calls.
No, there wasn't.
I was shocked at some of the things that were so blatantly obvious. And I'm like, what's happening?
Exactly.
So, sometimes you gotta wonder what's happening.
I know.
Who's all getting paid out on that field? I wonder.
There's a little bit of stuff going on. Now, there was an interesting stat, actually. So, teams that have gone into the fourth quarter leading by 10 points or more, how many times have they lost? I read this the other day, guys, and I couldn't believe it.
3 or 4 times.
Those teams that were leading by 7 or more points, actually, it's only 7 or more, won 33-4. Right? So now it's 33-5. Right? It's unbelievable.
That's crazy.
Right? So anyone would have thought, and I know people were betting within the game.
Yeah.
So people are on their apps and they're going, okay, well, this is where the game's at. they're taking the 49ers to win it because they hadn't placed a bet yet, and they lost. And if you looked at the stat, and I would have looked at the stat and said, okay, I'm jumping on this, because 33-4 is completely insane.
Yeah.
But the Chiefs did it.
Well, but they did it multiple times this season, right?
They did.
They came from behind
Yeah.
and won by 10 and then by 20,
Yes.
24, whatever. Like, so they
Exactly.
really have that knack of coming from behind. They don't
do.
get
Yeah, and
discouraged.
this stat was just like Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But yeah, Chiefs all year long.
Crazy.
Absolutely mind blowing. And Mahomes, he in his interview said they just always believed. Everyone on the sidelines just always believed, and you saw that.
Yeah.
Right? And that was absolutely wonderful to see, because when they panned the sidelines, everyone's still 100% believing.
Yeah.
There's a lot of power in that.
Well, and they kind of knew that they could do it, right? When,
Yeah.
you know, time and time again, they keep proving, unfortunately.
I know.
But it was a fantastic game up until the fourth quarter. I was in it, and then I was sad.
I know. I was really sad too. I was one of the only, well, I think there was probably 10% of the pub cheering for the 49ers. The rest was on KC. So,
Well, and that's what I was, because all I had been hearing was
Yeah.
KC, and so I was like, no, show them up. But
I know. And I was really shocked it only got to 51 points. I
was
thought it would
shocked
get
too.
to 54. So,
yeah, I was shocked
Yeah.
too. I would have thought definitely, but there was opportunity for more scoring. It just didn't.
and the defenses on both sides, they held up.
That was crazy.
Right?
Yeah.
So, I was really impressed to see KC's defense do so well.
Yeah, I was too.
They did a great job. And then, so here's the other stat that's really interesting. So there's been 3 Super Bowls with a team that's come from behind and won. And in the fourth quarter has been down, or the winning team has been up by 10 points only 3 times, right? Shanahan has been on that losing team that was up and has lost and called the offensive play calls twice out of the 3. That stat hurt Shanahan.
Yeah.
He is not going to be happy with that. And
But didn't the same thing happen to Andy Reid too? In the
Andy
last.
Reid hasn't been in a Super Bowl though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought. Yeah, I guess so. Hey.
Yeah.
Holy man.
So I
He
felt
deserved it. Okay.
He totally deserved this. And you know what was also nice? Did you watch the post-game interviews with him?
No, I didn't.
Okay, it was awesome. He was asked a couple questions. He was going to go get a really good cheeseburger,
Aw.
which I loved. And then some comment was made about the trophy. And he's like, no, I'm just going to be with my trophy wife tonight. And
Aw,
she's gorgeous.
cute.
They're such a cute couple.
That's
so.
cute.
And he really needed that. He deserved a ring.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
did.
and they did.
So-
They like. It was a nail biter for sure. My
Yeah.
poor nails are all gone.
Sorry. So yeah, so we're happy for Casey. I know
Yes.
we are. Yeah.
When it comes down to it, I'm happy because whoever would have thought the 49ers would even make it to the Super
Yes.
Bowl, let alone like perform as well as they did all season. They had a tough season. They beat, like I said, they've beat some of the top players. So I can't be sad.
No,
Completely.
both teams played really well.
Yeah.
Both teams made it to the Super Bowl, which they did better than how many teams,
Yeah.
right? Like you look at that, absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
So I'm happy for everyone. It did break my heart to see Nick Bosa crying at the end.
Oh, that big baby, he's so
I know.
cute.
I just want to hug him.
I know, me too.
Right?
Me too.
The mother in us.
Yeah,
Right?
it was sad, but
Yeah.
I knew our defense was going to be lacking against Tyreek Hill because he's so fast.
Yes, he is.
That was like the one
Yeah.
thing that I was thinking from the jump was they're going to have to watch him, and he was the one who pulled it out, right?
I know.
So yeah, it was kind of the inevitable, but a few things that kind of went wrong that really could have changed the game. Yeah, it could have gone in our favor, but
Well, at least it was an exciting game, though,
it was.
right?
It
There
was.
was no point where anyone ever thought the 49ers were just going to take it,
No.
right? Because
And-
we all know Mahomes. And,
Right, and to be 10-10 at halftime,
Yeah.
like it was just like fresh. You were coming back with a
Yes.
fresh start again. So.
Exactly. So talking about that, having it at 20 points at the half, the under 27 hit.
Oh,
which I was very happy by, because then
good.
I pushed on the opening 51, so that wasn't the greatest. And then 49ers lost, and KC won by a lot, so I did lose that. What did I say? In our last video, we were talking Gatorade colors.
Oh, right.
You remember what I said? Someone commented.
Yes.
That the Gatorade color is going to be orange, and I looked at my phone, like it's recording, and I went, no, it's not going to be orange. What are you talking about? And then we looked at each other, and we're like, it's going to be orange.
And it was orange.
It was orange, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Coin toss was tails, and San Fran got it, and they got possession in the second, exactly like we thought.
Yeah, which that's what I was hoping for. Yeah. Unfortunately, they didn't really capitalize on it, but oh well.
So halftime show, what'd you think?
I loved it.
I know, so did I.
And it's so funny because I feel like the game is like being put to the side. Like,
yes.
Nobody cares about the game anymore. Everybody's talking about halftime.
I know. Well, it was incredible. And I've seen a couple memes going around that, who was it? Maroon 5 in the meme where it's like white women, Maroon 5's on, and they're like, ah! And then J-Lo and Shakira and women are on their phone, and I'm like, no way. I was glued to that screen watching those two.
I know. I actually, like, some of my acquaintances on Facebook, I'm like, I want to unfollow you. I'm like, you just sound like a bitter old woman.
Oh, yeah.
Like, to be 50 and dance like you're 20 and look like you're 20, like, hands down, she's got my vote, man.
She has my vote 100%. I only pray I look like her when I'm 50.
Right? And
wow.
I was like, come on, butt cleavage. Like,
right?
I want to see that J-Lo booty.
Yeah, it didn't happen, but they did twerk.
They did.
Yeah.
We have a little side by side, and I was like, woo. But yeah, some of the bad publicity that they're getting, I'm like,
why?
Why would anybody care? I'm like, we're watching men smash each other around the field in tight pants. Like,
exactly.
Are we objectifying them? No.
No.
Like,
yeah, who cares?
Yeah.
Right? All I know is the whole pub went crazy with their dances. Like,
well,
okay, it's jealous women, right? Because I don't know.
Yeah.
That's my thought.
Yeah. And like you said, was it last year where he was with his tattoos? And he looks good. And nobody batted an eyelash about a man without a shirt on singing in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You put a woman there who, it wasn't even like her outfit was see-through. Like, you could tell she was wearing a full-on leotard.
And there was no, like, extraordinary amount of cleavage.
No.
Right?
I felt like they could have been way worse. Like, they were fairly covered up.
I've seen way worse, like, walking down the street.
I know, right? Yeah, so I don't know why everybody's up in arms about it. I'm like, seriously.
I don't know. Summertime in Canada, come up here if you're that worried. Right? It's jealousy. I think at the end of the day, women just need get your shit together. Stop being jealous of other women. I'm sorry.
I know. They're two beautiful women. Like, and I enjoyed the performance.
I did too.
I know. I thought it was amazing.
Yeah.
50-year-old can hang upside down on a stripper pole. Like, holy man.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Yeah.
I'm not 50. I can't do that.
Right?
Yeah, like, go get lessons from her or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Wow.
But I feel like I've heard more about the halftime show than I actually have the game, which is so funny.
I know. It's absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
So.
I know.
I don't know, you guys. All I know is I had an absolutely fantastic day. I love the game. I love the halftime show. Yes, I would have liked the 49ers to win, but they played incredible.
There's next year.
Yeah, and there's next year. So talking about next year, do you know who they're predicting will be in Super Bowl 2021?
Already predictions.
Already predicting.
That's crazy.
It is. Any guesses?
I don't know.
Take a guess.
I'm like,
Who would you like to see next year?
I would have liked to see the Vikings, actually.
Yeah, I would have liked to see the Vikings
too. Maybe.
Okay. They're predicting KC and the Ravens.
Oh, okay. I could see the Ravens too.
And I could see that. Lamar Jackson is another incredible quarterback.
That would be an incredible.
It would be a fantastic matchup. So let's hope both quarterbacks stay super healthy, because I would love to see that Super Bowl next year.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
That'd be something I'd watch.
I'd like my Chargers in it, so.
Yeah, I think San Fran needs another kick of the can. I feel like they got a bum rap this year.
I know.
Right?
I'd like to see that too.
Yeah.
So we're gonna talk draft pretty quick here. We're gonna start talking about that. I got a little couple pieces